Hi, it's good to be with you once again. Today I'm at All Saints Church, which is our church in Loughton. This church isn't quite as old as St Mary's, but just celebrated its 800th anniversary a couple of years ago. So it's pretty old. So today I wonder if I asked you who the greatest actor was, who would you say? Would it be Daniel Radcliffe? Would it be Julie Andrews? Who would you choose? And I wonder if I asked you who the greatest singer was, who would you choose there? Would it be a golden oldie like Whitney Houston? Or maybe someone more modern like Dizzy Rascal? And how about the greatest footballer ever? Would it be Pele or David Beckham or Marcus Rashford? And if I asked you who, out of anyone in the world, who the greatest person was, who would you say? Would it be the Queen? Would it be someone like Nelson Mandela? Would it be Greta Thunberg? Or David Attenborough? Who would you say was the greatest person in the whole world? I'm sure that none of you are able to agree on one person who you could say was the greatest. What makes them the greatest? Is it what they do, because whether they're a sportsman or an actor or a singer? Or is it because of what they've achieved, whether it's through campaigning and about climate change like David Attenborough or Greta Thunberg, whether it's about civil rights like people like Martin Luther King or Nelson Mandela? Whether it's because of their status, because they are wealthy, because they were born into a monarchy like the Queen. Or maybe it's someone else. Maybe the greatest person in the world to you is a parent or a grandparent, someone only you know, and they're great because of what they do, what they mean to you, because they show you love, because they show you compassion, because they show that they care and they're your friend. The other week, the Queen, in her birthday honours list, honoured thousands of people, many of whom we don't know about. The ones that hit the headlines were people like David Attenborough or Mary Berry and Marcus Rashford, for things that they did publicly. But many, many more were people who we often call as unsung heroes. People who work in the health service or the fire service. People who show compassion to their community. And particularly during this year, have made a difference to people's lives by showing that they care and bringing people together. They are great in their own way, and they are the greatest person for those people whom they've managed to help. Jesus's friends were having an argument one day about who was the greatest. And they wanted Jesus to sort it out. Who's the greatest, they said. Who's going to sit next to you at your right and your left hand when you get into heaven? Well, Jesus had other ideas. He had other ideas about what the greatest was. And he said to them, whoever wants to be greatest must make themselves as humble as they can and be a servant to everyone. Whoever wishes to be first must be last. Well, the disciples didn't quite know what Jesus was on about. Whoever would be first must be last. Whoever wants to be the greatest must be a servant to everyone. It didn't make sense to them. But what Jesus was trying to say to them was greatness isn't dependent on your fame or your importance in the world or on pride. That isn't what those qualities are not what make people great. What makes people great are the simple things in life. Friendship, compassion, caring for one another, loving your neighbor. And each and every one of us has those qualities. Each and every one of us can be caring, can be loving, can be a good friend to people. And we can show that we care, that we have compassion. So each and every one of us, in God's eyes, is great and can be great. So as we think about who is the greatest, maybe it's not someone who's famous. Maybe it's someone close to you who has shown you kindness, who has shown you love, who's been that good friend. And maybe you can be great for someone too. So I wonder who you say is the greatest person. And I wonder how you can be great today, tomorrow, this week. Loving God, we may not be famous pop stars, footballers, politicians, actors, or even supermodels. But you have given us all the simple qualities of friendship, compassion, and love. Help us to use these to the full, so that we may truly be great. Amen. Well, thank you for listening, and I look forward to seeing you soon. Take care. Bye.